Welcome back to Nerd Chic and Ask the Nerd. It's time for another Nerdy 9. So we're talking about the top 9 resources that I would suggest having and using for being on the road and doing remote work. The first thing I want to suggest is if you haven't done it already and you don't have one, you want to get a tablet. I am so for tablets, it's unbelievable. You know, it goes almost without saying that these guys are so much easier to carry and so much more helpful. For me, it's an iPad Pro. I love this guy. This thing is awesome, and it has been super helpful for me to have this awesome keyboard with it. Let me show you the keyboard for my iPad Pro. So this is it, and it literally connects on. It's by Logitech. Let me do it this way. Connects on and goes under it, and then this makes it so that I can go anywhere and work on my iPad as if it's like a laptop. So that's the first thing. Is I would definitely get a tablet. You know, if you don't do this, if you do a Surface Pro or if you do an Android tablet, great. Just get a really solid tablet. The iPad Pro has been a workhorse for me. It's replaced my MacBook Pro for me. Now, you got to get used to it being an app-based thing, but again, tablets are a must because they're super portable, super light, compared to their counterparts in laptops, and you can just stow them away quickly in your bag. And anyway, tablet, that's my first one. Second one that I want to suggest having is if you're using especially a laptop. I have a MacBook Air, great backup devices. This is a Seagate. It's an older device, but the reason why I'm bringing it on here is because this guy has seen me through everything. This is a Seagate Free Agent Go, 320 gigs. Inside of regular drives, Seagates are not my favorite. They have failed me a lot of times, but these little guys right here have been super successful in keeping me backed up. So this device right here has lasted me, I want to say, since 2012, which makes that about 8 or 9 years. Hello, great little device. So make sure you got a good backup drive if you're using a laptop device, and if you're using a tablet device or an iPhone or whatever, you want to get like a SanDisk like this. It's a backup drive for your tablets. So this plugs right into an iPad Pro, and you can offload files and pictures and video and whatever, both saving space as well as making sure you're protected. So that's a big deal. So having a good backup device is a huge must when you're a road warrior and you're remote working. Okay, now the next thing I want to suggest you having, if you don't have a keyboard like I have on my iPad Pro, getting a great keyboard that is a Bluetooth keyboard. So this one is fun because it's a Logitech. It's solar powered. It doesn't ever take batteries. And it has 3 different devices it can connect to. So I can connect to my Mac Mini, I connect to my iPad Pro, and I connect to my MacBook Air straight from pressing these buttons. It powers on and off, and you can tell it to do almost anything a regular keyboard, even eject a device drive. So it's a K760 Logitech. I love this device. It has been super helpful, and this thing has already lasted me about 5 years, guys, which says a lot. I love it because it's stowable, sleek, doesn't need batteries, and never is an issue for me. So I can sit in a room and I can control all 3 of my major devices from one keyboard and have them set up in different places. This is great for remote working. Again, that's the Logitech K760, right? So that's another one. Have a great keyboard. So that's 3 of my suggestions. The next thing I would say is, and this is super important for me, you got to have noise canceling headphones if you're working remotely. If you're working at your home, my lands, guys, it's hard to get work done with your kids around. If you're working from a coffee shop, there's going to be loud talkers. So noise canceling headphones are huge. These are not the higher end costly ones. These are Boltune. These jokers get it done. So I highly recommend the Boltunes. I've done a review on them before here on Nerd Cheek, and guys, this is a no-brainer. You have the ability to turn on the sound canceling and leave the Bluetooth off just to have silence, or you can turn the Bluetooth on with sound canceling and hear music, or leave the sound canceling off and just have music. Either way you want it. Very comfortable, very soft, and these are the ones I recommend. I mean, I've had other headphones, I've had more costly ones, but the Boltune are the least expensive for the highest return. These are great for remote work. I love them, love them, love them. So noise canceling headphones, my next suggestion. My following suggestion is this, the next one. I love having a good charger. I've done a review on the MyCharge Adventure, but if you're remote working and you're going between coffee shops or whatever, you can't always get beside a plug and you need to get your phone charged. So this guy, the MyCharge Adventure, and here's the thing, I've done a review on it before, model AVC10G-B, it gets it done. It'll hold a charge and stay charged for like 6 months without going below your 4 bars lit up. It's water resistant, almost waterproof. It can charge 2 devices at one time. It takes a very short period of time to charge it. And I've used one of these devices to charge 2 iPhones 4 to 5 times in a week. So that's an amazing device. And this one, I want to say, is like 3 years old, still doing what it did in the beginning at 3 years in. Great device. My next to my top 9 for traveling and remote work. If you're in airports, this joker is awesome. It's about the thickness of a laptop. It can fit into one of your extra sleeves in your backpack. And guys, it's saved me in many different situations. Like I've been stuck somewhere remote working that I didn't have a desk. It's a mini desk. It's got a cup holder. It's got, you know, all kinds of sleeves, a thing that holds your phone, the 4 legs. This holds your papers and docs. And I've done a review of it before, so I'm not doing a review now, but it expands to twice as wide as it is. So if you want to look it up, it's the table tote. I've done a review on it on Nerd Sheet. Go watch that. But a table tote desk, oh my goodness, that is a game changer. I've used that everywhere and I love it, love it, love it. The next thing I always have for my remote work, my AirPods. Guys, I love my AirPods. What would I do without my AirPods? These guys have carried on for now 3 years, and they're just generation 1, and you can't do the kind of work we do with phone calls and everything else and tech support and not have something that you can trust will always pick up, do it the right way, Bluetooth connected or whatever. So make sure you've got good AirPods or, you know, wireless headphones, or not wireless earpieces or whatever you need for your device if you're on Android. But on iPhone, it's AirPods for me. That's a no-brainer. The next thing on my top 9, and this is a little bit harder to get in here, but it's incredible. This is, I'm gonna have to pick up my my phone to do this, so this is gonna be a little shaky, sorry guys. This guy right here, my backpack, my Swiss backpack, this guy is thebomb.com. It's got many different places to store things. I got one storage compartment on this side. I've got another storage compartment on this side. It holds water bottles on top of that. I've got a zipper right here. This thing all zips. So that one holds wires. I'm gonna try to do this, guys. I'm sorry this is shaky, but it's hard to do it. This guy's so big. A zipper right here that holds all my stuff, business cards and all that kind of stuff. Incredible space. This zipper is deep, so I've got a camera in here. My camera's in there for vlogging. This is my first pouch, my first area. So you can put books or anything in here. It's got sleeves in there. It can hold stuff. I just put wires in there. This is the second area, and this is where I store more books. So I've got my books, my papers, and everything in here. That's 2 areas where you can store books and papers. You could separate your folders that you've got that are paper or your devices. Now we're getting to the device areas. It has 2 device areas. So there's one device area right here. This Swiss Gear bag is amazing. This one holds a device and a sleeve for a tablet. Are you getting this? And then on top of that, that's just this one. Here's the last area that holds a laptop in its sleeve in here. Guys, this thing has an incredible space. So if I want to, what I do is I take my table tote and I put it in here, and all of a sudden I've got a portable desk in there. I take my iPad Pro, I put it in here, and then I've got that covered. I even have pens that I use because whenever I'm doing my write-ups and stuff, I want to use color pens. They're in here in this sleeve where my tablet could go. So I got a tablet, that, and then inside here, I've got all my papers right here. There's where I'm putting my papers. So let me get my files. Here's my journal with my files in it. Boom, it slips right in here. Are you getting this? And then check this out. All my other stuff can go in here. My wires, cables, my bowl tune. Look at this, boom. All of this can go in there. Now I wouldn't do that because I gotta put this in the case, but boom, it all fits in there. This one by far, hands down, this Swiss gear bag is the best out there, best of class, and I highly recommend it. It's my favorite. It has to be on my top 9 list, and that's that. Okay, now another thing I do is I carry one of these spider tripods. Why? Because it's altable, movable, and changeable, and I can set up anywhere in any kind of situation with one of these and do quick Zooms, video calls, conferencing, vlogging, whatever. I take that and I put that in this one of the sleeves with my bag right here. Check this guy out. So, you know I showed you this sleeve where it holds a water bottle? Watch this. This clip right here holds things in place like a water bottle. If I take these right here and I put it like this, boom, and it's held in there like that. And guess what? This all can go as a carry-on on a plane. I can get everything in one bag that's carry-on. This guy's durable. The handle on this does not let up. So that's important. That's one of my top 9. Now I'm in game-changing bonus territory because I've gone past 9. But one of my next favorite things I love to have as a road warrior is this, my JBL. It's a Bluetooth speaker. I love this JBL because it hooks up to my phone and I can do conference calling. It hooks up to my music and I listen to stuff. It hooks up to, by Bluetooth, my iPad Pro. It hooks up to my, my MacBook Air. And I can actually do video, I can do editing, I can do anything. And this thing's playing out in full, like 3D sound with a great bass on it. And if I want to listen to music, I can too. Or pull up Amazon Prime and watch a video when I take a break. Boom, right there, I love it. And then we can't say enough for this last device, your phone. Whether it's an iPhone, an Android, or whatever. Do you realize that these guys are the $1 million money makers? I have started $2 million businesses, $1 million a year, in sales and in services off of iPhones. With all of my marketing, all of my conversations, all of my connections, all of my social media, all of even my files and systems through Dropbox or whatever, right off a device like this. Isn't it incredible that we have this in our pocket and it has more technology than a lunar lander on it from the 60s? Incredible stuff. That's my top 9s, and really I gave you like 11. Hopefully that's been helpful. If you've loved this, if you've enjoyed our podcast and our broadcast and the vlog, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and give us some love out there and hit the comments if you have any questions about any of these. So hopefully this has helped. That's our top 9 for today for the Nerdy 9 Road Warrior hardware tips. You guys take care. Subscribe.